And then I have to check the Instagram, make sure it's working there.
Mm-hmm. We'll do it live.
Okay, it is. So I can go live there. And intro in 3, 2, 1, and go.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of all ages. This is your Wednesday Night Delight, the best show to watch on Wednesdays. That's not including actual wrestling, but hey, we're still here for you. This is Jabronis United. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, the real deal, Ryan Regan. With me tonight, I have the sniper, Kyle Krieger, as always, and secondarily, and because I don't get to see him too often, please forgive me if I get the name wrong, Caden Ballot?
Bullet, but yeah, you got it.
Bullet. Well, I didn't want to say Bullet because then I got Sniper over here, and then you've got Bullet over here.
Well, in the last one, he was Kyle was calling me Big C. I'll stick with that. That's fine.
Fair.
Indeed.
But yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. Obviously, we are back doing this live because we are doing the big one, WrestleMania XL 40 predictions tonight for this weekend down in Philadelphia, right here where Kyle is very upset with how the traffic is going to be for him. Kyle, how is it so far right now, obviously, with all the rain?
Well, it's a big pile of watery crap right now, but
lovely. I
was able to drive through it, and thankfully my car didn't get blown off the road or flooded off the road, but not fun. I don't recommend driving if you can help it.
Perfectly fine. But yes, thank you for everyone joining us, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube, currently my Instagram. So if for some reason I'm not seeing anything in that chat, it's because it's not coming over to our main chat here. So forgiveness on that. But you can find us anywhere, even on Facebook if you're old enough. But we will be going through all 13 matches for this weekend's WrestleMania exhibition, both Saturday and Sunday. And of course, we want you to go ahead and place your guesses, not bets, no money being passed, but give us your predictions as well. And we'll throw it onto Kyle's handy dandy little spreadsheet that he has for all of our pay-per-view predictions. And we'll see whether or not you're smarter than us. It's a 50-50 shot at this point. But
I've been sitting here
going into this here,
I got these locked.
Yeah, I was about to say, how are you guys feeling about WrestleMania in general this year? The overall feeling about this particular showcase.
This can be the best WrestleMania of all time. This has the potential to be the best WrestleMania of all time, and I will sit by that. I have seen multiple people talk about this. One of my favorite YouTubers, Zanti Zap, he talks about the main event of night one, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns, being one of the best built main events of all time. And I think I have to agree with how it's gone since for Cody and Roman since last year, and then since at least the Royal Rumble with The Rock being added. I think that this literally has the chance to be one of the best WrestleManias we've ever seen.
Very possible, very possible. Kyle, let me just get your thought on this because obviously this is the first time we're doing like a WrestleMania, really, as opposed to the other pay-per-views. And this being the first real, honest-to-goodness pay-per-view of WrestleMania that is going to be without Vince McMahon at all, whatsoever, no input, none. What are your hopes?
Yeah, a ray of hope indeed. Well, let's just say that while it has potential, it certainly has potential for greatness. But as a baseline, this is their chance to fix that stinker of an ending from last year. The one where night one ended on such a happy, good, super note where people were just blowing the roof off the joint, and then night two just ended up being a of an ending.
Fair.
And it
Well,
turned out to be
I
what
don't
I've said
know if-
before. Turned out to be a big pile of an SOS, the same old shit. So this is their chance
Excrement
to
would
fix
probably
that.
be the
This is their
word for
chance
it, I'm sure.
this is their chance to essentially rectify that stinker of a Vince special finish, where it's like you had the entire year. It's like, oh, we're gonna build it up more. Did they? Not really until like the last couple months did they even really build up. Yeah, Cody had that thing with Brock Lesnar, though. The only thing that was really uncertain about that was more like, is it going to be more of the SOS, or is it going to be, okay, they're actually going to try to build Cody up, and they ended up trying to build Cody up, and fine, he beat Brock Lesnar effectively, clearly, moving on, and which is good. But did it really build more inside the storyline? Yeah. But they didn't really truly build things back up until I think really the Royal Rumble, where they had Cody come in, win the Rumble, do the pointing, and then it's like, yeah, okay, fine, we're getting that rehash, threw the Rock in there, threw that little swerve at first. Okay. And by the way, The Rock has been showcasing just how much better he is on the mic and with his presence, and it kind of exemplifies just how much of a meh Roman Reigns has been. But it, but yeah,
Yeah,
go,
he is the weakest man in his story at this moment.
this is their chance to rectify that fart of an ending from last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like they're not focusing on Roman as much as they should be. Like you said, out of the storyline with the two, he's not because everything has been The Rock and Cody. It's mainly
Pretty
all
much.
been Rock and Cody. And like I don't know if you guys saw Cody's interview. He was on the MMA Hour today. One, he said apparently, which I mean, he said that he found out about the finish as it was happening. Like he found out once he got hit by that spear, it was over. Like that's when he found out that the match was ending. That's how he found out he was losing. Which I don't know how much I believe that, but well, I mean, it could certainly be true. But
yeah, given who was in charge at the time, like there's weight to that, you know.
Yeah, I like you said with Vinnie Mac being in charge at that time, he would have kept it suspense. He would have had it at a coin flip. He would have seen how the match is going. He's like, all right, coin flip, heads. All right, Roman's going over. Roman.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, apparently it's been rumored that Cody didn't know the finish until the match.
He said when he got hit by the spear, he said it was over. Like when he got hit by that last spear, they said 1, 2, 3, you're done.
Yeah, that's.
But
yeah,
the other thing that I saw from Cody is that it's legitimate heat between him and The Rock. Like he legitimately hates him, and that's awesome. We're back. Like we're. And I wouldn't call it back to the Attitude Era, and like people have been claiming it. I agree. We're in a Renaissance era of wrestling.
Yeah. Well, after they finally got rid of Vince, this has just basically been okay, now without his influence, what can you guys do? Can you actually right the ship? Can you put the train back on the tracks in terms of putting out good wrestling content instead of your stink of basically, can you wipe away the stink of Vince McMahon?
Well,
so far
let's
so good.
find out. All right, let's get into it because we have 13 matches we do have to talk about. So I know some of them are probably going to be foregone conclusions where we all, I believe, are going to be thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them maybe not so much, especially some of the newer additions that we got in the past week. So let's go ahead, bring up the chart here. We will be going based upon the reports of what has been slotted for night 1, night 2, and we'll probably go in that order. So, if that being the case, this will probably be the setup that night 1 is going to be going along with. Let me just put myself out there. Sorry, Kyle. There we go. So, night 1, as it speaks of right now, will consist of Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, Gunther versus Sami Zayn, the multi-tag for both belts, not just the Unified Championship, but both a Raw and a SmackDown champion will be crowned. We have the brothers match, Jimmy versus Jay, the 3-on-3 women's match, debuting Jade Cargill on her first pay-per-view, really, outside of the Rumble. And they have LWO, Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic and Santos, finalized with the Cody and Seth versus Roman and The Rock for stipulations on the match at night 2. Let's go ahead and just go right into the first match here. The mommy versus the man. Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I have a bit of an Irish bias, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So my pick is automatically going to go more for Becky. Now, do either of you think that with everything we've seen from Becky, especially considering she has been in more combative matches on Raw leading up to WrestleMania than, say, Rhea has, do you think there's a chance that Rhea Ripley will actually keep the belt at this point?
Honestly, it's certainly possible.
I'm
Really?
100% behind Rhea Ripley in this one. I legitimately can see a world where she holds on to this title till next year's Mania. Like, I can see another full year reign for her. I can legitimately see it. She beats, because we want to see another high profile match. The high profile matches sit there: Jade, Bianca, or Charlotte. Those are the big three. And I think we could definitely see one of those next year's Mania with Rhea still holding on to the title.
See, I'm a little skeptical about that because there's really nothing that I have seen, as far as like from a storytelling perspective. There is nothing that I have seen that tells me, oh, if Becky doesn't beat Rhea, there's some things that will definitely take her out. Like, I'm not seeing that from anybody. I'm not seeing that from Nia Jax. Certainly not seeing it from Liv Morgan, which do not get me started on Liv Morgan. I am so upset that she is WrestleMania. But I don't see the follow-up for anybody else to go ahead and take her on. I feel like if it's not Becky, it's not going to be anybody.
You're forgetting someone. Jade Cargill.
Who am I forgetting?
Jade Cargill.
Well, but they kind of allocated her to the other brand, though.
For now, here's the thing: isn't like after WrestleMania, that's when things usually get shuffled around a little bit. So we might have their initial matches on there, but then it could end up building up so that she ends up taking on Ripley. That could certainly be possible. Or of course they'll pull in someone like Charlotte or someone like that, but or well no, I was gonna say Belair, but no, she's with Cargill right now. Same thing with Feel the Flow.
Naomi.
Yeah,
Naomi. But basically,
but right now I just want to interrupt. Sorry if there's any kind of like or anything like that. It is raining like a
it's raining like a beast.
I don't know how much I can curse on here, but
dogs.
It's raining bad in Jersey. It's really bad. So
cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Gotcha.
But
yeah. So it's certainly possible. The thing is, there are people that they could end up using. I don't think we're gonna have every title change hands at WrestleMania, of course. And out of the main titles, I think the one that probably has the greatest chance of keeping it right now is Ripley, because she's been doing such a phenomenal job with it. So yeah, I am also kind of in the camp of I think she'll keep it at this show. Will she hold on to it till the next WrestleMania? I think she'll probably end up losing it at SummerSlam, probably to Cargill or some other shenanigans will end up popping in. Because I think at SummerSlam is when we're gonna have the true conclusion of Judgment Day. But
I don't know.
that's in my mental storylines right now. So it's like I don't think everything will change at WrestleMania. And out of all of them, I think Ripley has the greatest chance of holding on to it right now.
Oh no, that's possible. But here's what I will say. As far as this particular match, I am hedging on Becky, and I will, for the most part, always hedge on Becky. Just personal bias, right or wrong. I have to stay true to my people. So,
okay, no, perfectly fine. You are
guys. Where do you land?
I'm sticking with Rhea. Mommy always comes out on top.
Hey-oh. Yeah, no,
Right.
it's you already heard mine. I think Ripley will hold on to it this time, but I don't think it will be the entirety of next year. I don't think it's going to be like another Reigns where it's like, okay, he wins a WrestleMania, therefore he's going to hold it the entire friggin' year because of course he is. So no, I think SummerSlam is where they're gonna flip that title.
Okay, fair enough. So we have our picks in for the first match.
Yep. Well, and we will
judging
get
by
Vivi
the
on
order as
later.
it's listed, the next match would be Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, talking about whether or not all the belts are going to change, I don't think this one's going to change. I am pretty confident Gunther is going to retain. Now,
he has the record.
Let's say whether or not he is going to retain. Well, that's the thing. I can't necessarily say he's going to retain versus Sami cleanly, because as we've been, Chad Gable's going to mess around somehow. I see Chad Gable messing into it.
The shoosh fest.
So this is how I view it, and this is how I've seen it. If we may not forget, earlier in the day, on Saturday, we are going to have Ilya Dragunov defending against Tony D'Angelo.
Hi, internet. My Wi-Fi keeps doing this.
Yeah, you have been cutting out on occasion.
So I think
because it's not clear whether, and so it's messing up everything. Anyways, so yeah, I'm picking with Gunther because I feel like Sami may get screwed over here. I don't know if Gunther's going to win clean because I think there's going to be outside interference, but that's just my perspective. Guys, who are you picking?
I'm actually gonna go with Gunther as well. I love Sami Zayn, but I don't think he's, well, they do have that Rocky vibe kind of going with Zayn right now. So, with how they're building him up for the match. So it's this one is more of a coin flip than I think most realize, because you have that thing going. But I do think Gunther will continue to come out on top. If they have Sami Zayn face him again later, then maybe we'll have the title flip. But I don't think it will. Well, yeah, no. I'll stick with Gunther. But if but I but I
Kaden,
guess
what about you?
I'll reserve the right to have this as my, okay, this is going to be my mulligan if we have a mulligan. So yeah, so this one I think has one of the greater chances of going the other way than people realize.
I only see one person being able to beat Gunther for his Intercontinental Championship, and that's Ilya Dragunov. I think he's losing this Saturday at Stand and Deliver to Tony D'Angelo by some type of shenanigans. The Don of NXT is going to reign. Ilya Dragunov is going to be one of the main NXT call-ups. He's going to get a main big push for Bash in Berlin, and that's where Gunther is going to lose his Intercontinental Championship. So as of right now, I don't see anybody else but Ilya being able to do it. I am sticking with Gunther here.
All right, so you're going with the Gunther as well. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
He is.
So
He
like
and
all
of course
Gunther all
Gunther
the
still
time.
is
Sorry,
being
Amy.
billed. Yeah. Yep. No, I got all those down. Like I said, we'll get Davion's later, and
No,
anyone
but
else who wants to add any fans who want to add their
such
predictions,
for Sammy,
I
but
will add
Sammy
at
had
each
his year last year.
He did, and that was one phenomenal moment. Like I said,
All right,
that
so
was
we're
the
all good on this
conclusion of
one?
match one. Yep. Yeah, but yeah, no, that was the conclusion of last year's night one of WrestleMania, and it sent everyone home happy on a massively high note in a really darn good match. So yeah, which is still kind of why I say that last year was the match to take the title off of Reigns, because you had the interference, but you had the counters, you had everything, and then it's like, oh nope, we're just gonna have the same person come back again. Oh well, Reigns wins. Get back. All right, mind back on the train.
Now this debacle right here. 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, plural. It was stated that the way this match is going to work, whoever gets up to the top and releases one of the belts will get that belt. So it could be Raw, it could be SmackDown. They will have that championship. But then someone has to claim the other belt as well. This could be a very unique way of splitting up and making sure that there's tag action on both sides of the WWE pond. That being said, even if it's being split up and it's not like a winner takes all sort of thing, I still don't see the chances of they holding onto either belt happening. I feel like on the one hand, I could see what is the name for Austin Theory and Grayson Waller that they have now?
A-Town Down Under, baby.
A-Town Down Under, I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could see them getting the SmackDown belt. As for Raw, yes.
All right.
As for Raw, if it's not R-Truth and Miz, I don't care.
Okay.
I want R-Truth and Miz to have it.
All right. So you're for this one. We'll pick two people, and if you get them both, you get a bonus point. But you'll get a point if you get at least one of them correct. So we'll do. So you're picking A-Town Down Under and the like Ms. Truth or whatever the heck they're calling themselves.
Awesome Truth.
Awesome
Right.
Truth. Okay.
So Ryan, I really do have to agree.
Awesome Truth, yes.
I really do have to agree with you, Ryan, here. I looked at, all the whole row. Obviously, I would love to see DIY and New Catch Republic take home the titles, but I think that if Awesome Truth does not walk out with the Raw Tag Team belts, it's a failure. And I don't see anybody on the SmackDown side. I would just love to see A-Town Down Under get a little heelish run with the SmackDown belts. Plus, they can give a little rebranding, make brand new type of tag team titles. So I'm going with Awesome Truth and A-Town Down Under.
Okay. All right. So you're also doing ATDU. and Awesome Truth. Okay, got those in. For me, it there are a lot of good choices here. Like personally, I would love to see the New Day get titles again, along with Awesome Truth. But out of that group, I think Judgment Day will hold on to one of them, but get the opposite shows titles. So I think Judgment Day will hold on to will get a pair of titles, and I think the other one, the other pair of belts, it's like I'm stuck between either ATDU and Awesome Truth. Oh man. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to do Judgment Day and Awesome Truth.
Okay.
I think that would be an interesting.
I see the worry on your face,
how.
though.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Whenever it comes to a match like this Fuster Cluck. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going Judgment Day and Awesome Truth because you have Truth with the history of Judgment Day, but it's either that or Awesome Truth costs Judgment Day the titles. Either way, I think Awesome Truth will be getting one, but I do think Judgment Day will get the other one, but for the opposite show.
All right. Let's see here.
I put that in Davion's spot. We do not want that.
So pretty much no.
What's up?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
God.
Your video's lagging a little bit, but
I said so. No one is keeping like both belts. They will be split regardless of who gets them, right?
I think so. To keep things going, I don't think the same team will win both, but if it does, all right. And if you happen to have picked the one that gets both, you will get 2 points because you got both titles. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, we will get Davion's prediction going later, and yeah. So, what is next on the card? We got a lot of them today, folks.
And of course, mind you, folks, if you have different predictions, especially with this particular tag match, as far as who you think will take one belt or both belts, or the Judgment Day will retain, as well as any of the other matches that we're talking about tonight, please go ahead, go to any of the social medias where you might be seeing us, which is the parent channel for everything that we do here, and let us know your predictions for the matches. We'll go ahead and we'll take all 13 predictions. We'll put them in the sheet, and we'll take care of whatever we have to as far as comparing you to us. And hopefully you do better than us. We'll see.
I will mark it down. So,
on to the next match.
Yep. All right. Got Jay versus
Jimmy Jay.
Uso.
One of the matches that nobody asked for.
For what? The custody of Solo Sikoa?
Yeet.
Because apparently this matters for some people. I don't know who, but it does.
Jay versus Jimmy.
And I personally get it myself.
I feel like we've had this match a few times before. I don't know. Yeah, this one will. I'm sure he'll be. I'm sure the match itself will be fine because they're both very good in the ring. But between the two, this one is just straight up coin flip. Yeah, it's pretty much a flat out coin flip for me. So I'm just gonna go with I will go with Jay because he has blue on his shirt.
I'm I'm excited about this match. It's been in the build. They've been in talks to have this match. They've been wanting to have this match together forever. So I'm glad that they're being able to have this singles match.
Okay.
Jimmy's been getting the one up over Jay in a lot of ways. It's costing him a lot of things. I just don't see a way Jay does not walk out with the win here.
Okay.
Oh. Heads, it becomes Jay. Tails, Jimmy.
The tried and true coin flip method. It really does feel that either one of them can win this. It just depends on who's going to get the push. Who's going to get the push going?
Jimmy gets the win.
Going. Who gets it?
Fair is fair. Jimmy gets it.
Jimmy.
I may do that for a couple other matches coming up too, because there was some I do not give a damn about. I'm sorry, but the proverbial pee break
there are
matches.
some matches.
This is where you go.
Yeah, there are some matches that just feel that the buildup hasn't been there. Not for lack of trying, but there are some matches that are just so. But there are just some builds that are a lot more prominent than others, and the bloodline split. It's like, while it should be bigger than what it feels like, it just kind of just really shows just how much of a attention beacon The Rock is. That basically the feud within the bloodline is just compared to it's Cody versus Reigns with The Rock as basically taking the place of Jay and Jimmy for the interference purposes. So yeah, it does feel kind of like a meh match, but like I said, I'm sure it's going to be a great match. Technically, I just don't have as much of an interest in it as, say, most of the other matches on the card.
Understood. All right. So moving on to something hopefully more enjoyable.
Moving on.
Okay.
There we go.
6-woman tag match. First, we have Damage Control of the returning Dakota Kai and the women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka, versus the newly grouped trio of Bianca Belair, Naomi, and major debuting single star Jade Cargill. And really, Jade is the only reason I think that side is going to win. Because I think you really have someone that you built up like Jade Cargill. You don't go ahead and set her up for something like this. Make her a big deal leading all the way up to last Friday's premiere of SmackDown, where she's finally signed in and she finally kicked all 3 of Damage Control out the ring to make her lose on WrestleMania night. And you just don't do that to her.
That would be a Vince booking if that happens.
So my bad.
I think they're gonna play this one safe. Like, I think they're gonna play a lot of the matches safe in terms of results. So yeah, with all that build up, even though it's still certainly a possibility that even with all the build up, they have Jade lose, but have someone else take the pin. Absolutely, mainly just to show it's like, yes, you're the new big thing. Welcome to the big leagues. They could certainly do that. Absolutely. But in this case, I think I'm in the same boat as you, Ryan, and I think that they're gonna have Jade and friends win.
Caden, what do you think?
I just don't see Jade losing in her Mania debut. It's a foregone conclusion. I love Dakota Kai. I love Kairi Sane. I love Asuka. I love Damage Control. They're not winning. It's Jade. It's Naomi and Bianca. It's Jade. That's Jade Cargill's there. That's my final answer. They're winning.
Yeah, Jade and friends.
Jade and Co.
And those watching, tell us your predictions. Do you disagree with us on this one? Because it is right now it's a clean. It's another clean sweep.
I mean, I would hate to think that we'd be wrong about this one particularly, but stranger things have happened.
Tyler, I am not honestly. I think someone. I think
as
they
for
might.
this particular match, yeah, it's a safe bet.
Yeah, but Tyler, yeah, I do think in regards to the Usos being involved in Night Run at WrestleMania.
Why would they?
Maybe against Reigns. That could be interesting.
I can only really see Jay and Jimmy getting involved in Night 2's main event. I have a whole thing about Night 2's main event, so that's the only way I can really see the Usos being involved.
That's yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, next on the card. Keep this train moving.
Well, this one will be quick.
Oh goodness.
Ray and Dragon Lee, Santo Escobar, and Dominic. Again, this is going to be a boring match, I think, in comparison to some of the other ones, but I'm going Dragon Lee and Ray. I feel like Dragon Lee is probably going to go the short end of the stick lately, especially as far as like injuries. I'd like to see him get the win more so than anybody else that's on there.
Well, remember Ray won the last WrestleMania match between them.
I can't have Dominic win when Rhea's not winning. That would just be messed up.
Okay. Well, no, nothing wrong with that. That is certainly solid logic along that train of thought. Personally, I think it's going to be Dominic and Escobar getting the win on this one because Rey Mysterio won the one-on-one against Dominic a couple years back. Great match, by the way, and that was the match that was during the storyline that really established Mysterio's character or Dominic's character. So having Mysterio come back and get involved in this again, and yeah, I think that I don't think Ray will take the pin, but I think Dominic and Escobar will win. So yeah, I could absolutely see that, Tyler. Absolutely.
I'm in the Santos and Dom train for this one actually, but I'm in it for a completely different reason. I think Carlito might turn heel at WrestleMania, and he's gonna cost Ray. I think Ray will take the pin. I think Dom will pin Ray. I don't think Dragon Lee can take the pin. He just lost to Ricochet in the first speed match, and he's got a whole lot of stuff that he's got to start building up to. I just don't see Dragon Lee taking the pin here. I can see Carlito being a factor into the loss for Ray and Dragon Lee.
Okay. All right, so we got 2 Dom Escobars and 1 Ray Dragon Lee. All right. Next match.
Well, I mean, you give compelling arguments, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like Dom that much.
If you ain't cool.
Tyler, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, so moving on to the big.
Oh yeah. Yep. The
Moving
night
on.
one.
The big match of the night.
So they're basically having Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns main event both nights of WrestleMania rather than spreading out the love, which I know it's like I know I saw it coming, but they should have this match open WrestleMania.
Right, and I hate to say it, but right. But I hate to say it. This one's a foregone conclusion. We already know we need this match. We need Cody and Seth to lose Bloodline rules for the main event coming up next night, which is going to be overbooked to hell. It is going to be a ridiculous match on Sunday. To have it go back to simply being basic Reigns versus Cody, no, I'm not wasting money that I don't have for it to be just an actual repeat of last year. So if that means Cody and Seth have to take the L, which, depending on which one gets beat up more, I feel like Seth will probably take the L more so than Cody will. But yeah, they're definitely losing.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat in terms of result, but I think it's going to be a betrayal by Rollins because that's his character, and while it should be a good match, yeah.
Always possible.
I'm first of all, Mama Rhodes, Bloodline rules, The Rock, the final boss, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and the Bloodline rules. That's gonna be happening at WrestleMania with the Bloodline rules. Mama Rhodes, your boy's blood on the belt. Mama Rhodes. It's gonna be The Rock. It's gonna be Roman Reigns. That's I think Bloodline rules needs to happen to make the greatest night 2 main event possible. It's gonna be such a fustercluck on night 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
That was good, Kate. That was good.
Okay. Yep. All right. So we
Yeah,
got
no,
Jeff.
Jeff. I think everyone's in agreement with this one. We want to see the mayhem that happens. Leave us with night 2, as the setup looks like. Seth Rollins versus Drew will start off night 2, followed by Io Sky and Bayley, then LA Knight and AJ Styles, Logan Paul, Kevin Ray Orton, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, now being called the Pride, which I didn't realize they had a name, versus the Final Testament. So this is the most biblically named match of the card, in a 6-man Philadelphia street fight. So that means someone's getting hit with a cheesesteak. I'm not sure. And then, obviously, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and what we expect to be Bloodline rules. With that said, Seth and Drew.
Seth and Drew, indeed.
I have it short and sweet for this one, so I'll just quickly
I'm
run through
thinking.
this. It's Drew's time. Drew in a live crowd.
It's pretty clear. Yes. I mean, Drew has pretty much been the linchpin of this whole match. While Seth is going off and doing his bloodline nonsense with Cody, Drew is the only reason the match is getting the attention it is because of what he's been doing on the mic every night, whether it be him and Seth or him and CM Punk. Drew has to stop. Even if you're thinking of him as like the heel, he's got to be the one that does it.
He's been the hater of the year. It's so much fun.
Do you guys think Seth's gonna retain, or are you with me on Drew?
I'm in on Drew. This one, it should be Drew, And honestly, I think it's going to be because Rollins screws up the match from the night before. Someone or something is going to interfere and cause Seth to lose this one. Probably CM Punk, but I really hope it's going to be Drew McIntyre. It is his time. And yeah. So I think we're all in agreement on this one.
Yeah, I just like I was
Or
saying,
Cody, yeah. It could be Cody as well.
like I was saying, Drew is in front of a live crowd
Absolutely.
with a chance
And
to win a big World Heavyweight Championship. Plus, CM Punk being on the commentary team for that match is gonna, I think it's gonna like mess with the mind of Seth. I gotta rep my boy. I I think that Punk is gonna just get into the mind of Seth, and he's gonna cost Seth his title in some way, shape, or form. Seth's gonna not be paying attention, turn around into a future shock, turn around into a Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew walks away with the World Heavyweight Championship.
Going on the Stone Cold Stunner to the Rock on night 2 main event. I would love to see that happen. But yeah, Fragile Phil for sure. Every time he seems to be pushed lately, he gets hurt the next day.
yeah, this is specifically for Jeff. I'm doing this
His body can't handle it anymore. He's better as an announcer
because I know.
or a manager.
Jeff, I wore this shirt specifically for
So,
you
yeah,
today,
so-
man.
Jeff's getting trolled already.
Right, moving on. Io versus Bailey.
Io versus Bailey.
I gotta go Bailey. Like,
well,
I mean, given the losing streak that she had up until winning the Rumble and everything around the rail, like, you've got to let her finish on top. Otherwise, everything Bailey has worked hard towards in order to make herself being as legitimate as the other horsewomen, as legitimate as Becky, as legitimate as Sasha, or at this point, Rhea Ripley. She has earned it so that almost most, if not all, of the women that. So, please let Bailey have the win.
As much as I would like Bailey to get the win on this, I think it's going to be Io Sky because I don't think Damage Control, or at least the 3 in Damage Control, is going to fall apart just yet. I think Bailey's going to need to call on some reinforcements if she's going to win. But now this is a tough. This is a kind of a tough pick. It's like it's a culmination of a storyline. But the thing is, every culmination of a storyline we've had so far has had the face winning. Pretty much. Like anything involving titles thus far, we've had the face pretty much winning. With the exception of Gunther and Sami Zayn. But it's... I think they'll lose I think Io's going to lose the night before. Or not Io, but that faction is going to lose the night before. And I think Io's going to win tonight. Or on night 2.
I'm in agreement with Ryan. It's Bailey's time. Like, she carried the division during the COVID era. Like, she was like the face of the women's division. She was a big factor in that women's division just being what it was during the crappy time of COVID. Like, I really think it's her time to just give her that belt, let her shine. It's a perfect storyline. Let her take it. I'm going with Bailey.
Okay. Well, her time was before.
Yeah,
but
it's the same argument for Drew McIntyre because he had his championship during the COVID era too. So neither him nor Bailey really got the chance to be. Yeah, any of them They need the chance to actually shine in front of the audience to see whether or not it sticks.
Jeff, I
Bailey has
see your
one secret
point,
on her sleeve.
but granted,
I don't think
Charlotte
Charlotte's ready
hasn't.
though.
We haven't. Oh, right. She's been out for a bit.
I think she's still injured. She's been recovering very well, but I don't think she's quite ready. I'm not entirely too sure though.
Remember when I said that Bailey's going to need reinforcements? So she's going to lose this one, but later on she'll come back for reinforcements and get the win. That's kind of what I was aiming at. So that's what I'm thinking. Io's going to win this one, and Bailey will win in a future date. All right, so we have versus the Phenomenal One. This one, I think it's an undercard match, no titles involved. LA Knight's been pushed to the moon so far. LA Knight's getting this one. Anyone disagree with that?
This one will also be a coin toss. So heads, it will be LA Knight. Tails, it will be AJ Styles.
AJ
So
Styles. Mamma mia. Don't throw the coin
I
out
didn't grab that one, but I can say it lifted and it stayed on Tails. So AJ Styles for me.
Okay. Jeff, going on your comment there. She can use the crutch on Io. I think that's going to happen in a future match. I don't think it's happening in this one.
So for this match, I think AJ Styles can afford to take the pin, like you said, Kyle. LA Knight's been pushed to the moon. I'm going with Mr. LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. So this one is all right. Like I said, we have a coin flip.
I love
and
LA
two
Knight too. Yes.
Yep. All right. So continuing on.
I feel strongly about the match. I probably would go LA Knight, but I just don't care. I can't even live for this match. Whew.
Kevin Owens, Logan Paul,
Randy Orton. Randy.
All right, we got Tyler, AJ Styles.
I hate that I'm even thinking this. I hate that I'm thinking this. I think
Also,
Logan Paul will retain. I think Logan will retain.
I hope he doesn't. I really don't. But he has been drawing views, and they are certainly counting that metric. And he lost last year's WrestleMania. So I want Kevin Owens to win it. But yeah, I think it's going to be another Logan Paul.
Let's also not forget that SummerSlam is happening in his home state of Cleveland. He's the poster boy he's one of the big poster boys of SummerSlam. He announced SummerSlam on Impulsive. There's no way Logan Paul doesn't walk out of WrestleMania with the United States title. I really can't.
Or he loses it and wins it back. That's always possible.
It's possible. I really can. And everyone was talking about it. I can really still only see him losing that title to LA Knight.
Okay. No, that's an interesting point. No, I do agree there. Also, Tyler, shoot a message with, if you can, with your previous picks.
Yeah.
That way I can get them on the chart. Either put it in chat or post it somewhere, so we can get the rest of the picks. Because I got you with
Yeah,
AJ
as we get into
Styles
the
and Kevin
final
Owens.
matches, again, just a reminder, folks, give us your predictions for all 15 matches. We will weigh them against ours after the weekend's over, and we will let you know whether or not you beat us.
Indeed. Not getting a pick won't
This
count against you.
match,
So this is basically big meaty men slapping meat.
yes.
For this one, they've been having Authors of Pain kind of lose lately, which is for this one I'm going with the Pride. Yeah, the moment it should be a hard hitting match, but I think the Pride's going to be getting more of a push, especially with Bobby Lashley there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Final Testament has really had the Pride's number leading up to this match. So if you do like go home math, I'd say the Pride probably have more reason to win the match than say Final Testament. I don't think a loss is going to hurt them at all. I think they should be happy they're even on the card, But yeah, I'm especially with Montez and all of his promotion show.
Yeah, so you're going with the Pride then? Cool.
Yeah,
Caden?
yeah.
I really only think that this match is on the card so Bobby Lashley can be on WrestleMania. He missed Mania last year. Like he needs to be on Mania at some point. I think this is like the big one. I don't see Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits losing it. I'm going with the Pride here.
Okay. So pretty much clean sweep with the Pride so far. And yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
So then that leaves us with this. I think we're all going with Cody on this, right? Yes?
I really friggin' hope so. Because if they don't, that's just gonna be even more of a stink bomb.
Like there is a pit in my stomach that says Roman wins to break Hogan's record at like 14. I think Rogan's at like 1474 for his big reign, and they want to break it. But just with how everything's been happening and how everything has been transcribing, I just don't see a way for Cody to lose. And like I was saying with the night with the Usos, I think everybody gets involved. I think we see like obviously Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. I think we might even see like a possible new member of the Bloodline joining in, maybe like Zilla Fatu or I can't. There's another Fatu on the Indies. I could see happening. I could see Jay and Jimmy trying to help out. I can see Seth coming out. I can see Drew coming out. But the big one, I can see John Cena coming out to help to fight off The Rock. But when that doesn't transcribe, we're going to hear the glass shatter. Stone Cold's going to come out. He's going to stun everybody and leave. Cody's going to hit Roman with his 3 crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody's going to walk out as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
While I do absolutely love the Fuster Cluck, there is one thing.
Jeff looks like he wrote the whole thing.
It really does. That's like, no, that's a great way of pulling it all out. And yeah, the other guy is Jacob Fatu, but it's like you could have all the shenanigans happening, like back the truck up of all the old of all the old stars, bring in Stone Cold, break out the stunners. The only thing is, you need to have Cody win clean. You can't have, say, Stone Cold coming in, stunning the heck out of everybody, including Reigns, and then draping Cody over Reigns. No, that would be a complete bleh of a finish as well. Yeah, we get the preferred result, but the way it happened, it makes it seem like, oh, Cody won because of Stone Cold or because of someone taking out Reigns for him. He finished the story, but he finished it weakly. No, you can't have a weak. You can't have Rhodes have Rhodes win in a weak finish. He needs to win clean. He needs to deliver the finishing blow. He needs to look strong. Or at least, yeah, he looks exhausted, fine. But he needs to look like he earned that win. Otherwise, it will completely undo all that build that they had for him over the past year that they used to try to build him up after the fart of a finish last year.
Well, it makes
Oh yeah,
sense to me. I just hope Austin shows up. That's all they care. Let Cody win. Bring in as many people as possible. Overbook it. Go through a table. Go off railings. Just make it a whole big mess. So that this way, when Cody wins, everything's on the table. Nothing is left to chance.
hell, bring in John Moxley for a spot, sure. But no, they had the truck with Stone Cold and John Cena on it. That was just the biggest. That was just the biggest thing. It's like here's the lampshade. It's as big as a truck. Have fun. Here's your hint. And yeah, so many missed opportunities. Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. And I agree there. Yep, exactly, Tyler. Gotta finish strong. Gotta finish strong. Can't do like a Mankind, even though the Mankind win was glorious. You can't have it where say Stone Cold comes in, stuns the heck out of The Rock, and then drapes Cody's lifeless body over Roman Reigns. So, but yeah,
I completely agree. I think that's exactly what's going to
But
happen.
so yeah,
Cody's walking out strong.
I really hope so. But yeah, so let me just throw this screen share up for everybody to show what we currently have.
Yeah, that'll do it for predictions at this point, I think. Kyle is pulling up the sheet now to let us see where.
And I believe so. Everyone had Cody for the win.
Oh yeah.
Is it no one's going to do the Risk of Reigns?
And for the Jimmy J match, I took J.
Thank you. Cool. So yep, we got Cody. Oh God, that would just piss everyone off. That would just destroy the moment. Like, you want to have a wrecking ball crash into everything, a wrecking ball full of sewage. That would be a Vincentian type of finish. After all that, you have Damian Priest walking out as the champion. Damian Priest has a better chance of stealing the title from Rollins and McIntyre. That's the better pick for the Damian Priest cash in. So, but yeah, for the blank spots, Jeff, Tyler, and anyone else who adds the predictions, send them over to me, please. And yeah, we will get you listed and in. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
We got the next chapter from Jeff.
Oh,
Cody hits 3 crossroads.
no.
That's a lot of crossroads there.
Again, missed opportunities. No. Yes, Jeff, Tyler, anybody else that's been watching, go ahead, send us your predictions. Let us know who you are going to win in all the matches on Saturday and Sunday. And we will let you know next week after the fallout. Outside of that, guys, any final thoughts before we go ahead and close this up?
I'm pretty good.
Mama Rhodes, watch for your boy, and
Mama
watch
Rhodes.
for Sunday and the Bloodline rules, and the entire
mercy.
Foster Club
Okay.
that is about to be this weekend. A glorious weekend.
Indeed. Indeed, it should be a wonderful weekend of wrestling. I hope everyone enjoys it. And yeah, we'll see how the predictions pan out. So, indeed.
All right. So on that note, everybody from myself, from Caden, from Kyle, and Davion, wherever he may be, we'll get his predictions as well. This has been Jabronis United. Stay humble and enjoy your Philadelphia WrestleMania. Get a cheesesteak for yourself.